Hello and welcome back to my channel. Why am I smiling like this? Well, because after literally, I think about 2 months of trying to track down and download a Tommy McMurtry video, I finally got one. This guy has hidden well. I don't know if it's because of what Dear Mr. Atheist did, who's Jimmy Snow, or Shannon Q, or what, but it took some work to get this guy's video. If you have any other videos of his, please share them in the links down or in the comments down below because I need them. He is one of my primary targets because he is just, he, like Steve Anderson, are top of my list. This has taken me months. I am so excited to bring you this video. I am so excited to debunk and argue with this video. And I'm sure that there are going to be critics in the comment section down below who are like, look at you, you reprobate, just wanting to go after him. He became a target by attacking one of my favorite YouTubers. He became a target on my list for being gross, for being hateful, for trying to link the LGBTQ community to pedophiles. If he just sat in his little corner and had left people alone and had done his own thing and had not advocated for this, I would not be here making this video. I would not be this excited, but we're going to jump into the first clip. I am extremely happy to bring you this video. Once again, if you have any more of his videos or where I can get them, please link them down below. I would love to debunk more of his. Just like I am going after Steve Anderson repeatedly, I will be going after him repeatedly. I just need better links to videos. So let's jump into it, and I'm happy to bring you this video.
Of the city, even the men of Sodom, compass the house round about, both old and young, all people from every quarter, and they call unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came in unto thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. Now, we know in this story we've got a massive group of homos that are all there together that are wanting these two men. They're wanting these two angels. It's like, you know what? Out of everybody you have all the men, both old and young, that are there that you can do your disgusting deed with, but yet they want to get at these angels. Now, why is it? Why was it so important to them that they get to these angels? We read in the story how Lot, he offers up his virgin daughters as kind of a consolation prize, I guess. I can't even imagine doing that, but they didn't want them. They wanted these angels. Why was it so important to them to get these angels? I believe there's some things that we can
Here we go again on my own. No, here we go again with the same Sodom and Gomorrah story where they're getting a group and they attack, blah, 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 blah. Once again, sped it up. So at least he's kind of funny when he's faster. But, oh, Tommy McMurtry, Tommy. Where do I begin with your short little clip? Let's start with the fact that you say you can't imagine sending your virgin daughter out to be raped. By doing so, according to the Bible, you devalue your daughter, meaning that she's no longer valuable and can no longer marry. You basically sign her up to a life of forever with her rapist, and you just dance over that like it's no big deal. I'm sorry, but that's not the purpose of the story, talking about the sodomite so much as it is as being kind to your neighbors is kind of mixed in there too. But the fact that you're totally okay with and dancing over the fact that Lot was going to send his own daughters out to be raped by the men, and you aren't talking about how wrong that is, says a whole lot about how you see women, dude. And then just because I feel like totally going after this story today, because once again, I've tried for so long to find a Tommy McMurtry video, so excuse my enthusiasm. So you talk about the Sodom and Gomorrah story. You don't talk about, once again, how Lot's wife is freaking turned to salt for looking back, which is a perfectly normal thing to do as your entire world is going poosh and asteroid flames. So, yeah, you don't seem to think that that's a big deal. And then what happens after that? Oh, what is it? Oh, let me think. Oh, yeah, Lot sleeps with his own daughters. And you talk about the whole insatiable lust of them. Lot sleeps with his own daughters. His daughters get him drunk and then sleep with him. Yet you don't seem to mention that. You seem to just kind of gloss over that. Don't mention that in your sermon. Let's talk about that. That is absolutely disgusting. And we know from science that when a father has sex with his own daughter and then you have something called incest, which, wait for it, is also illegal in the Bible, you get genetic defects. So, yeah. Let's talk about that, why don't we? But no, of course, because that doesn't fit your narrative and your hateful spew of garbage that comes out of your mouth on a regular basis that you hide very, very well. Yeah, so this story does not help you. A, it's about raping women. Totally not cool that women are less valuable than men. Totally not cool that they turn Lot's wife into salt for looking back. A perfectly normal thing to do when your world's going boom. And then the whole, Lot having sex with his own daughters. Got any comments down below about that? Or are you just going to sit there and pretend like it's not happening because that's what you like to do? Let's jump on to the next clip because I'm having a little too much fun.
Opportunity. Folks, they're always looking, they're always waiting for that opportunity. And so it's important we understand that a reprobate will stop at nothing to get at their perverted desires. Even when they were smitten with blindness, they're still going for the door. Even when they're diagnosed with AIDS, they're still doing their perversion. No matter what it is, the disgusting disease I don't even want to mention, they continue with that lifestyle because nothing will stop them. And if they want kids, they're going to do whatever they've got to do to get at those kids, to get at whoever they can. But so what I want to talk about today, though, because another thing that people keep bringing up is they like to bring up the child molestation in the church. It happens in churches too. Baptist preachers are perverts. Baptist preachers molest kids. And you know what? Unfortunately, that's true. It does happen. Unfortunately, there are many perverts out there who are preachers, who are pastors of churches. And what I want to talk about today is why perverts want the pulpit. Why perverts want the pulpit. In fact, I think that
Tommy, oh Tommy, oh Tommy. Here we go again with this clip about how all LGBT people are child molesters and that, they can't keep their hands off kids. And at least we can agree on one thing. There is a lot of child molestation in the church. Just saying. Probably even in your own church it's there. You just don't know it, or you do know it. And like most churches, you're covering it up to feed your own, whatever you got going on, your own agenda and your own narrative. But let's talk about this whole child molestation thing because, bleh. But, not LGBT people that are having sex with adults are not more likely to molest children. There are perfectly straight men who are married, who have wives and children that are molesting the opposite sex of children. Just like I'm sure that there are some out there that are molesting the same sex of children. Pedophiles are not the same as the LGBT community, and your constant obsession with linking them together is the only argument you have for genocide, which is what you're pushing, genocide. Now, it doesn't work that way. There's no statistics to back you up. I will post in the links down below the odds. I'll just post some links down below. Read them for yourself and then come talk to me about how all the LGBTQ people are going around molesting children, because they're not. It is not a fact. It is something that is made up in your mind, which is a sick, disturbed, sad little mind if you ask me, and you just want to hate and kill, and you want justification for that. Once again, I can't believe I have to keep saying this. People, two consenting adults, do not attack children. When you attack a child, you deserve to be in jail. You deserve what you get. Just watch any video I've put out there of Jeffrey Epstein, and you will see how I feel about pedophiles. I absolutely have no excuses for them. I don't allow them. They belong in jail. But they are not the same as the LGBTQ community, and your constant obsession with linking them together is disgusting. You are disgusting. Stop advocating your hateful speech to link it to genocide. Stop trying to stone people, and I'll stop coming after you. Next clip.
see it, they want to defile their minds. It's not enough that they could go wherever they want on the internet and see whatever garbage that they want. It's not enough that they could go to some perverted bookstore and get whatever filth and garbage. You know what? They want to show it to your kids too. One of the things that perverts often do, one of the ways they kind of groom people, you know what they do? They get young people and they show them pornographic images. That's what are they doing? They're defiling their minds. They're not going to do it to one of their other pervert buddies. Why don't they just go show it to their pervert buddy? Okay? They're not interested in them. They're interested in getting to those that are pure because they are defilers. And once they defile them, they'll move on and go to something else. That's what they do. They are defilers, and they want to spread their filth. And that's why it's not so much that they are recruiting. They're just defiling. They just want to make everything bad. They want to make everything nasty. You know, when you're dirty, when you're filthy, when you stink, you want everybody else to stink too. That's just the way it is. And that is exactly how they are. And that's, I believe, is why they wanted these angels, because they wanted to defile them. So how does that apply with perverts wanting the pulpit? Well, let me ask you, where are you going to find the most innocence? It's here. It's in the churches. They want to get at people. And notice what it says. Turn over to Jude chapter 1 and verse 7. Now remember the story of Balaam. Balaam, he could not curse the people of God. He wasn't able to do that, but he wanted to take these people down. All right? He's been paid to do a job.
Oh, Tommy, I'm beginning to think you're a one-hit wonder. This is disappointing. Here you go again. All you have is fear. They're coming for your kids. They want to defile your kids because your kids are the most innocent. They want to show your kids pornography. $20 if I got on your computer, I could find pornography. I'm willing to put that bet up. I'll give you $20 if I can get access to your computer and go through the history. Not like after you've deleted it, or even hire an IT specialist to go through it, because he thinks you don't know how to cover your tracks as well as you think you do. Just saying. It's perfectly normal, by the way. I'm not advocating that boys can't look at porn. I'm fully aware boys look at porn. It's a perfectly natural thing to do. Do what you want, as long as it's not of underage children and you're not hurting anybody. Tommy McMurtry, look at all the porn you want, but don't judge those who are committing other sins, because that's lust in your mind. I'm having a little too much fun with this. I'm sorry it's not as serious as some of my other videos, but you really do have to understand that he has been so hard to find, and it's been obnoxiously annoying trying to find videos on him, and I don't know how he covered his tracks so well, but I'm just gonna have some fun with this videos. I just did a vaccination video that like made my head want to explode, so sometimes you gotta have a little fun, and I'm having it at Tommy's expense. Sorry, Tommy, but not sorry. You brought this on yourself. But yeah, you cannot keep linking pedophiles to LGBT communities when the facts, when the statistics don't back you up, dude. This is just you out your hate speech that YouTube doesn't allow, that PayPal doesn't allow, that, you know, normal human beings don't allow. So if you violate the terms and services, that's why you keep getting removed, and that's why your videos are private, because you know you're violating the terms of service. You know that PayPal's not going to support you if you continue to do things like this, and you want that money more than you want to spread your message. Because if you weren't worried about your message, these videos, or your money and not getting taken down, these videos would not be so hard to find. So put your money where your mouth is. My stuff is here. I intend to tag the NIFB in this. I intend to take the crap that I'm going to take from them, because I stand behind what I say. Why are you not standing behind what you're saying? Why are you not standing behind this whole statistic that all LGBT people are out to get your perfectly innocent, beautiful children? That's not how this works. You know this is not how this works. You know what you're saying is disgusting. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do? There's just going to be people like me that keep making fun of you. Let's jump on to the next clip, because I'm having way too much fun with this, and I feel a little bad about it, actually.
And what's happening today, I've seen it over and over again, where pastors, they get busted, they get caught in adultery, they get caught in perversion, and if they don't go to jail, it's like it didn't happen. And I'm praying that some of these people that I know will at least get put on a registered sex offenders list. At least that. I mean, if our country's not going to put these dogs down, put them on a sex offender list, because this is what happens every time. This is what happens. If they don't go to jail, if it's not out there on the internet for everybody to see, they act like it didn't happen. But folks, there's statute of limitations that the law has to follow. We don't have to follow that as a church. We don't have to go by that. Oh, that happened over 7 years ago. Okay, it doesn't matter to us. We can still throw them out of the church. We can still reject them and never want to hear these people, let these people stand behind a pulpit again. We cannot let these people do it, but yet Baptists are doing it. Why? Because often they don't understand the reprobate doctrine. Well, you know, they was doing such great things for God, the devil had a big target on their back. You know, even David. You know, even David fell. Yeah, you know what? So you brought up David. Yeah, David sinned really bad, okay? And you know what? David lost 4 of his children as a result of it. How does that equal free pass for these guys? How does that equal a free pass, all right? It doesn't. David was punished severely, and David wasn't a pastor of a church, he was a king, all right?
Okay, this one's not as funny and it's not as easy to make fun of as everything else, because you had to go and kill it for me, Tommy, didn't you? You had to go and kill all of my fun. First off, you shouldn't stone someone for adultery. Granted, I'm not a fan of adultery, and I don't think you should go cheating on your spouse or your significant other. If you do, I'm gonna lump you up there. I've stopped talking to friends who are cheated on their husbands and their wives or their significant others in any way, shape, or form. If you were in a committed relationship and you cheat, I'm not for that. I think you're gross, and that's a pretty good way to lose my friendship, because that's just wrong. But I'm not going to go out and advocate to stone them or put them on a sex offenders list. I guarantee you there are people in your own church and some of your own pastors that have probably had affairs. Let's be honest. Let's just be honest about that. But then you bring up David and how he was punished by the loss of his children. Come on, dude. What kind of God punishes a man by killing innocent children? You talk about wanting to protect children, yet you sit here and say that a God punished someone by killing their children. Was it the children who deserved to die? Absolutely nothing. and this is okay to you, and you make jokes about this and you dance around this like it's funny, dude, the death of a child is not funny. A parent losing a child, even if it's in biblical times, even if it's someone from your own church that I think is absolutely vile and disgusting, if they lose their child, I'm going to mourn with them. I'm going to feel with them because I have, basic human decency, which apparently doesn't exist in your world. And it's perfectly okay to kill a child as a form of punishment from your God for something you did. And, you're disgusting. You are disgusting. Let's move on to the next clip. He killed all my fun. Hopefully the next one I can joke and laugh about again, but probably not because Tommy McMurtry, you're a freaking fun killer.
Yep. We can't kill them, but you better believe we can keep their AIDS-ridden carcasses out of our churches. You better believe we can do that. We will do that. And you know what? It's like people are, they've got our PayPal shut down. Let me just tell you my position on that. I personally think companies should have the right to discriminate. If PayPal wants to discriminate against Christians, then go ahead. Now, I'm going to let people know that PayPal discriminates against Christians. I'm going to let people know that. I recommend if you use PayPal, you find something else to use. But I think they have the right to do that. Just like if I own a cake business and I cater to weddings, I should have the right to discriminate against a homo. I should have the right to say, I'm not going to have anything to do with that. If I'm a wedding photographer, I should have the right to discriminate and say, I don't want your filthy money. And so if they want to do that with us, if YouTube wants to deplatform us, whatever, that's fine. We'll go somewhere else. We'll give them our business. We'll make them the next big thing, like YouTube. I'm fine with that. And you know what? When it comes to our churches, I think we ought to be allowed to discriminate. Homo comes in, we show them the door. And if they don't want to go out, we help them find the door. We might even create a new door with them, as far as I'm concerned. But when reprobates are exposed, they will only keep trying until they're physically stopped. Look what it says in Romans chapter 1 and verse 32. Romans 1 and verse 32. Of course, we've covered Romans 1 in this conference. But look what it says in verse 32. It says, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Notice how they know the judgment of God. They know it, but yet they keep doing it. They know it's coming, but they keep on doing it. This is exactly what happened in Sodom. The judgment of God has already started on them. They've been smitten with blindness, yet they kept going. This is why they don't repent after they get their diseases. This is why, us as a loving people, we warn people against getting involved in that filth because it will destroy their life, it will destroy their bodies. And yet these people, they go that direction, it happens to them, and they don't repent. They don't regret what they did. I've seen smokers who've gotten lung cancer and they regretted it and they quit. I've seen alcoholics who got their life in a mess because of alcohol and they regretted it and they quit. But you know what? Homos never quit what they do because they are reprobate. And you know what? These reprobate preachers that are out there that have wormed their way into pulpits, they're not going to repent of their false doctrines. We're not going to straighten out the Ruckards and people like that. We're not going to straighten them out. It doesn't matter if we show them plainly what the Bible says. You know what? They're going to keep pushing it. No matter how many times they've been exposed, no matter how many times they make them look like idiots with the doctrine they're teaching, they are going to keep preaching what they're preaching. Why? Because they're reprobate. It doesn't matter if they know the judgment of God. It doesn't matter that they know that they're on their way to hell. They are going to keep going until they are physically stopped. And while things are only going to continue to get worse in the world, take comfort. Go ahead and take comfort in the fact that we know how this thing is going to end. Look what it says real quickly in James chapter 5.
Oh, Tommy, once again. This clip, I'm sorry it was a little long. I am going to speed it up as best I can. Hopefully bring it down to 1:50. Yeah, my nose is just a little sorry. Tommy McMurtry and I can agree on something. If you can't follow PayPal's terms of service, you should be removed. If you can't follow the terms and service of YouTube, you should be removed. No, you cannot kill people. I mean, duh. I don't know why you think that that's so, I gotta get my other tripod thing up here. I just sliced the crap out of my finger trying to get this thing in. Awesome. You cannot discriminate because, it's against their terms of service, and it's against their terms of service. And once again, if you were so okay with it, you wouldn't hide your videos. You wouldn't try to hide your information like you do. I would be able to find more of your videos like this, but you have hidden them well. You have privatized them so that you can keep them up, so you can keep that sweet, sweet cash flowing. And don't tell me it's not about the sweet, sweet cash, because all cults are about the sweet, sweet cash. No, I'm gonna reiterate, you can't stone people. We are not in a day and age where we live off of 3,000-year-old books of laws and stuff, and that really hurts. Ow. I'm gonna make a Tommy McMurtry video, slice the bejeebies out of my finger. Go figure. I don't know. He's sadly not the worst preacher in this, which is what makes it sad. This is very mild. The reason I'm able to laugh and joke through most of his stuff is because he is mild compared to the rest. He is mild compared to Steve Anderson. He is mild compared to a couple of the others that I'm going to be going after here in the future. It's just that he seems to be right now the public face of who is being discriminated against. You want to call it discrimination when we talk about you, but yet you rant and rave about wanting to stone people with no facts, no statistics, nothing to back you up, just a 3,000-year-old book, and you're roundabout, it says it in the Bible says the Bible's true, making the Bible true. It doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, I have to go because my finger is bleeding everywhere. Sorry this video wasn't as serious or as fact-based as some of my others. I know it was a little more like me making fun of him than what you're used to from me, but my excitement and my tiny bit of pettiness that I try to keep at check came through on this, and sorry but not sorry, he had it coming. I will see you later. I gotta go stop my finger from bleeding, and I'll see you later.